Maharashtra, where the government on Tuesday released detailed guidelines of what is and is not allowed. It retained most of the lockdown curves as it had in the previous phase of the lockdown. However, now there are two categories, one red zone and the rest of the state is in the non-red zone category. These revised guidelines will be applicable in the state post May the 22nd. Majority of the urban centres in the state have been declared red zones where curbs have not been eased. My colleague Saurabh is joining us with the very latest. Saurabh, a very clear categorization there in Maharashtra, red zone and non-red zone. But of course, urban areas where the concentration of coronavirus cases is the highest continue to remain in the red zone category and curbs haven't been lifted.
Well, yes, those categorizations have been there and those guidelines have been issued, but what is now emerging and what is the breaking story out of Maharashtra is that Sharad Pawar has now tweeted after talking to Uddhav Thackeray. Obviously, he says he's discussed these issues with Uddhav Thackeray to say that the comprehensive, the guidelines that have been issued are not comprehensive enough to restart industry. And he said we need to restart industry and we need to relax, some of the conditions that have been laid down for the lockdown. We need to get public transport slowly back in a staggered manner, and we need to make people aware of the habits, the practices they need to adopt to learn to live with the coronavirus. So Sharad Pawar clearly batting for more relaxation of the lockdown.
Has been the commencement of industry, Saurabh. If I can just interrupt you there, the NCP chief Sharad Pawar has also felt that the measures that have been announced by the state government to start industry and the guidelines that have been issued for this execution are not comprehensive enough. So that's the, the clear criticism that has come in for this government from its own allies.
Well, it's not criticism as the NCP puts it. The NCP very clearly says this is not criticism, but this is something that Sharad Pawar feels. And I can give you a little bit of background to Sharad Pawar. Sharad Pawar is of course one of the top senior most politicians in the state, but beyond that, Maharashtra is an industrial powerhouse, and Maharashtra perhaps is where it is today also because of the fact that, when Sharad Pawar was Chief Minister, he was the man behind all these MIDCs, the Maharashtra Industrial Development Corporation, the sites where there are industries that have now blossomed. So he knows industry very well. He needs and that is something that he's clearly pushing for, that Maharashtra cannot lose out because of the lockdown. Industry needs to stay here, develop here and grow here and recover from the lockdown.
All right, very interesting developments there. Sharad Pawar, in a series of 14 tweets that he put out, has in fact said that there is more clarity, more comprehensive plan that has to be laid out for industry to resume. He's also said that he's spoken with Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray and that more will be done in that regard.